Hey, aloha, everyone. Michelle Melendez with blossominnerwellness.com, standtogetherhawaii.com. And this is also on the Voice of Kona radio show. And that's 100.5 FM. Super grateful to be showing this to you. This video is about the Maui City Council. We have an affidavit ready to go for these criminals that have violated and perjured their oath of office by putting through House Bill 120, which I'm going to show you. This is so horrendous. So let me just show you guys what is going on here. I'm going to start here, actually. Maui now. Bill 120 gains passage despite passionate testimony against use of Ala used as a temporary disposition site. Now, I believe there is a cease and desist, and I can't remember who's in charge of that. I love the team that we have. Like Traci, Brush Junkie just did an amazing video, which you've got to go see. I'll leave the link in the description. And that's all about these criminals are going down. But let me just read this to you guys, because our job and our power as people is to show these people that they are violating their oath of office. They cannot do this. We are the people. We are for the people. We are the government. We are, okay, not them. But the reason why I'm showing you guys this about 120 gains passage is because the motion passed with 6 in favor. The affidavit, which I'll show you guys in a second, has all of their names and their address of how to send this to them. And there's one person that's abstained, which she can't do. Oh yeah, excused herself, Tasha Kama. Just you can't. She also gets an affidavit because she has violated and perjured her oath of office. Your oath says you will defend and support the Constitution, and you can't abstain and go, oh, I didn't, nothing happened here because I abstained. No. Your job is to say, what is the will of the people? The will of the people say, no, that's my vote. My vote is for the will of the people. But let me just share again what this blew my mind, what I read here. Okay, the decision, so where was it? Oh, here it is. All agreed that the decision was a difficult one, with one member calling the choice a lose-lose. Another criticized the administration, saying the council was let out of the site selection process and now felt, this is crazy, felt pressure to approve or lose funding. I'm just going to say it, fuck the funding. This is not about money. This is about Aluwalu. I didn't know this, but it's a city of refuge. We have a city of refuge here in Big Island, down in Captain Cook. City of refuge is where people went to save their lives. Like if there were tribes and there were fights and there were wars and the tribe lost, the warriors would have to make it to the city of refuge or they would be killed. And when they got to the city of refuge, then they would be able to stay there for a while and then be brought back into society. It literally saved their life. That is Aluwalu. That is their city of refuge. And I'm gonna hope I don't mess up the name. Puoa Honua. Anyway, I apologize for not getting that name right. But city of refuge, you don't fuck with the city of refuge. That's like so sacred, and this is what they're doing. So let me just share the screen again, because this is what the Maui City Council members have said. They now felt pressure to approve or lose funding. So they're doing this for money. They're desecrating a sacred Hawaiian land for money. The decision was a difficult one for many, particularly Council Member Tamara Palton, who represents the West Maui community. I hate to vote yes, but for the thousands of families that I know were in the accountability to, where's the accountability to them? If we believe all these things people say about how toxic this is, about the health concerns to young children and future generations, I'm not willing to put 5-year-olds in that position. They don't have any choice. They don't have anywhere else to go. If they did, they'd already be there. So I want to finish with this person. It's obvious mistakes were made in the consultation with the community and the residents of Aluwalu, and the communication of the temporary disposition site. Okay, you guys, I got to read this, but this still blows my mind. How dare these people? They had to felt pressure or lose funding. They disregarded and perjured their oath of office for money. And so what we need to do as Americans, as Hawaiians, we need to send them the affidavit that I created, and you guys can change it however you want. And let me just show it to you now. And then there's one more thing I want to show you. This is an affidavit of declaration of truth. Okay, everything in red you change. You just see the instructions. This is to whom, where, and how. You just click on that. Another thing opens up because you want to send it to every single Maui City Council member. So this is how to send it. Edit the text in red. Change anything you know isn't factual. This affidavit of truth must be factual from your perspective. This must be truth. Print the affidavit and get it notarized. Okay. Normally, you can get it notarized at a bank. And then these are all of the city council members that you're going to send it to. And then you also want to send it to Tasha Kama, who excused herself. That's also a you purged your oath. You purged your oath. To abstain is to purge your oath. To say no is to be a stand for the people. So there is a change in here. So when you do it, send it to Tasha, you want to change one part, and that's section C number 3 violation, because it says by voting yes. So instead of saying by voting yes, you're going to say to her by abstaining. You have perjured your oath of office. So that's one thing you're going to change. Make a copy for your records, then send the affidavit certified mail or registered mail. And got to change that. So let me go back to what the affidavit says. We each do this. I'm sending mine on Monday, you guys. I'm going over there. And everything in red is what you change. They have violated not only the U.S. Constitution, but the Hawaii Constitution. Okay, so you can read through this. This is all of the things that they have violated. Sections 3 and 4 of the 14th Amendment, the Bill of Rights of Hawaii, Article 1, Section 1, and Section 16, Section 4 of their oath of office. So it basically tells them how they've perjured their oath. Section 1, the First Amendment to the original national constitution. This is great. You have violated 2 positions secured in the First Amendment. First, you did not listen to the grievances contained in the people's free speech. Second, pursuant to the right to petition the government for redress of grievances and have those grievances resolved. You violated this position of the First Amendment. You let the people speak, but did not take their words seriously and took no action to resolve the matter in accordance with the will of the people. That is a violation of their oath of office. That is perjury of their oath, and they must voluntarily step down or be removed from office in a peaceful way because they have violated their oath and disregarded the will of the people. The next violation is the 9th Amendment to the original Constitution, which guarantees unenumerated rights. All American citizens can expect that their public officers will abide by their oaths in performance of their official duties and abide by the will of the people. So if you're not going to follow the will of the people, you need to get the heck freaking out. Just get out, because you're not. This is a government for the people, by the people, and it is our obligation and responsibility to hold these people to their oath. The third violation is the violation of the Bill of Rights of the Hawaii Constitution, Article 1, Section 1, political power. I've said this before. Political power is the state. It is inherent in the people, and the responsibility for the exercise therein rests with the people. And then the last one, the violation of the 14th Amendment to the original national constitution, Section 3 and 4 of the 14th Amendment. You acted against the will of the people and the best interests of the people, so harmed the people, thus you have committed insurrection, which is treason, therefore invoked Section 3 and vacated your office, and pursuant to Section 4 of the 14th Amendment, forfeited all benefits thereof, including salaries, pensions, and are prohibited from receiving public funds. So this is what you put in, and just read it. Make sure that you feel comfortable, and not comfortable, but just that this is truth. You can add your testimony here if you want to put whatever you went through, whatever you said to the city council that they ignored. That's where you put it in. And then you can sign it, sign it in front of a notary and get it sent. So the last thing I want to share is, this is from a TikTok. I think this is Eddie Garcia, but I'm not sure. But I want to refresh it to make it to start from the beginning, because this is what they're doing, you guys. This is what they're doing to a sacred land. Pua Ohonua Ohonau now. I think I said it right. Pua Ohonua Ohonau now. Honau, City of Refuge. Okay, the City of Refuge is one of my most favorite places on the Big Island. It's for Howleys, we call it two-step. And here's this. You gotta watch this. Sorry, I'm gonna refresh it one more time and
This is
then get that sound off. And I am in a cafe, so I hope this sound is all right. But yeah.
Okay, here we are at Oluwalu, and just want to make it pretty clear to people that the burritos that they were talking about, this is what's happening to their burrito. The concrete, all of this material, is being completely mixed with other material. So what does that mean is going to happen? It means you're going to take 400,000 tons of ash, and now you're going to turn it into probably at least 800,000 tons of toxic cinder and soil that you've mixed it in with. Now it's going to get water in it. It's going to soak together. It's going to completely cross-contaminate everything. You have this leachate pond that it's dripping into. You can still see that the hose, as soon as the rain hits, it will automatically go into the lower one. And then they're draining it straight into the ground. They're telling us they're testing it, but how are they getting the tests back in a few hours? Show us the results. You've already been told that it's temporary. This proves beyond the shadow of the doubt that this is not temporary. It means you're taking 400,000 tons of material that was 40,000 truckloads that you didn't want to drive, but now you're turning it into 80,000 truckloads at minimal, because all the other material is now going to be cross-contaminated with it. This is ridiculous. These are the facts.
So, stop share. I actually love it's I need to okay. Sorry about that. All right. I know somebody's doing a cease and desist and I don't know who that is. I gotta find out who that is. But what we can do as people, especially if you live in Maui, click on the link, go to Maui affidavit, Maui City Council affidavit. I have the link in the description. We have to send this to them, you guys. That's our obligation and responsibility. If we are the people and the government is for the people, by the people, then it is our responsibility to keep these guys accountable to their oath of office. And when the city council says we were pressured, we didn't have a choice, or we would lose the funding, they're putting money above the people's will. They're putting money above this sacred land. They need to be removed from office in a peaceful way or voluntarily leave, because they're obviously not for the people. They are not doing their job of the people, by the people. You don't just go, oh, we were pressured because we'd lose funding. I don't even have words for that. And I would love to just say, anyway, please click the link below, subscribe, like, share this. We definitely need people from Maui to be submitting this. I'm going to submit it, and I'm going to take it all the way, because what's going to need to happen is we show them how they violated their oath of office. Then we take them to federal court, and that's what we have to do. That's our obligation. So I'm with you guys all this way. We're going to do this together. Okay. All right. Great Spirit. What a game we came to play together. This is a game. And what we see, what looks as very serious and affecting human life and human health and sacred ground, we know is the trigger and the catalyst to get each one of us to stand up for what is right, not what is easy, Great Spirit, but what is right. And we know that through you, you give us the courage and the strength and the tenacity to keep going. You give us the light in our hearts and the truth that unfolds right in front of us, to see what is truly happening and where these people's hearts are. When they feel pressured because they'll lose the funding, they need to be peaceably removed from office, because they cannot do the will of the people. And we see that now, and we take and we do our kuleana, our responsibility, what is ours to do, which is to peaceably remove these actors, these official government actors, from doing a job that we, the people, elected them to do. And if they cannot do the will of the people, then they need to relieve office, and they do it in a peaceful way, voluntarily, or through the court system. But we give so much gratitude knowing that we've got this, knowing that through you, Great Spirit, through the infinite source that is running, beating our hearts and breathing our bodies, moving the tides in the ocean, guiding the honeybees to their flowers, guiding the whales that are throughout the islands right now on their migration path, that frequency, that knowledge is with us all the way through to the end. We know it is done, Great Spirit. We know that these people who do not stand, these officials, these actors who do not stand for the people and do what is right by the people, regardless of funding, we know, we see them right now. We get to watch as peace is unfolded and they peaceably leave office. We get to watch it happen. And we do this knowing that, Great Spirit, the awakening is happening to understanding that the government that is in place, which is a corporation, needs to be ended by the people. That's the only way it'll happen, is by the people. So we give so much gratitude for every single person who prints out that affidavit, who signs it in front of a notary, and who gets it in the mail, certified mail, and sends it in. We give so much gratitude to being afraid, but doing it anyway. We give so much gratitude toward knowing that each one of us said, yes, I'll go forth at this time in history and I'll make a difference. I'll do what I can do. I'll do what I came here to do. Thank you, Great Spirit. We just know you're always with us. You never leave us. We know that each one of us is kept safe. And so it is. So I send you so much love from the big island of Hawaii. Do your part. Let's help Lahaina, and then we're going to stand together in the next step that we need to do, because we do this together for the people, by the people. I love you. Much aloha.